Got a few minutes left. Let's just wrap up some of the main stories, particularly in the Champions League. Mark Wilson endured Dortmund 7, his Old Cup Celtic 1. I mean, Mark, listen, it's been a brilliant start to the season for Celtic. You knew it was a big ask tonight to go to Dortmund, but how hard was that to watch?
Well, endurance is the word to describe that, what I went through watching it, never mind the players. But how do you describe it? I mean, a reality check, a sobering evening, probably for Celtic, but just probably realistic glimpse of the different levels between sides at the top tier in Europe compared to where Celtic are at this minute in time. That's what leads to scorelines like tonight. And Dortmund, very good side, very clinical, but I think when Brendan Rodgers analyses the game, he'll probably see the amount of mistakes his side made in possession. Now, that's unlike Celtic, obviously, domestically, because they have the large share of the ball and they usually make it count. But Dortmund just let them make their own mistakes, and as soon as they made a mistake, Dortmund pounced and they took their chances. And if I'm totally honest, 7-1, but I can count probably 4 or 5 times Kasper Schmeichel pulled off some decent saves. So it could have been a lot worse for Celtic. And I guess when Brendan Rodgers and this Celtic side go away from this game this evening, it's how do you learn from it? What do you do different when you go away to Atalanta? Do you change the shape? Do you change the way you play? So many short passes in their defensive third that led to Dortmund chances or goals. It was incredible. Never quite turned Dortmund at any time. And you just wonder if they learn their lesson going into the next round of the Champions League.
Mark, tough night for you, I know, but thank you very much indeed for your company tonight. Don't have nightmares. See you soon. Thanks, Mark. A night to forget for Celtic. Somehow, 14 players in Super 6 went for 7-1 Dortmund tonight. 14 players. Wow. Correctly predicted that. No jackpot winners, though, in Super 6 tonight. Tim, let's have a quick word with you. Time is up against us. How good were Arsenal tonight?
Yeah, good. Very efficient. I think once they got their first goal, Trossard from the left-hand side crossed it. Kai Havertz in front of Donnarumma, the goalkeeper. He does it time and time again. Looks like a real number 9 now. You know, he looks like he's enjoying that position. And then Saka with another set-piece goal. Well drilled on the training pitch. It just shows you how important set-pieces can be with so many goals they've scored this season. They got out-possessioned, but possession gets you nowhere. They always look like they were in control of the game. Yeah, really, really impressed the way they saw the game out.
3 wins in a row for Arsenal. Southampton at home at the weekend before the international break. They are looking good, aren't they? And they have their first win in this season's Champions League, as do Manchester City after their opening draw against Inter Milan. Michael watched it for us. Michael, it was expected to be a cricket score, probably. It wasn't quite that, but how one-sided was this?
It could have been a cricket score. It really, really could. 28 shots, 76% possession. It was too easy. It really, really was. If they really wanted to turn the tempo up, they could have done. They had numerous opportunities, hitting the post 3 times. It was way too easy. Golfing football, I've not seen it for a long time in this. It was so hard for Slovan Bratislava. Bigger and better things will come for Manchester City. Fulham at the weekend. Next time out in the Champions League, Sparta Prague. This was just a stroll in the park, and they all cruised to a 4-0 win.
That's their 12th successive unbeaten away game in the Champions League, by the way, the most since City have been playing in the competition.
Arsenal 2-0 PSG. Kai Havertz and Bukayo Saka goals down French champions in UEFA Champions League. Arsenal claimed their first win of the 2024-25 UEFA Champions League with a 2-0 triumph over Paris Saint-Germain at the Emirates Stadium. First-half goals from Kai Havertz and Bukayo Saka proved the difference as the Gunners continued their unbeaten start to the season in all competitions. Arsenal move on to 4 points in the league phase, having drawn their opening match at Atlanta. Arsenal secured their first win of the new-look UEFA Champions League with an assured 2-0 win over French champions Paris Saint-Germain at the Emirates. Mikel Arteta's side were perhaps fortunate to earn a draw at Europa League holders Atlanta a fortnight ago, but showed why they are among the favourites to lift this tournament for the first time with a fairly dominant victory. They took the lead on 20 minutes when Kai Havertz rose bravely to head into the net from Leandro Trossard's cross before a Bukayo Saka free kick from out wide on 35 minutes managed to elude a packed box with Italy goalkeeper Gianluigi Donnarumma somehow beaten at his near post. Luis Enrique's youthful League One leaders passed the press well in the second half, but could not find a cutting edge to their play as João Neves saw an effort come back off the home bar on 68 minutes with home goalkeeper David Raya beaten. Arsenal extend their unbeaten run over PSG in Europe to 5 matches, the French side's longest winless run against any opponent in the competition. The Gunners return to action with a home match against Shakhtar Donetsk on October 22 with PSG hosting PSV Eindhoven on the same evening.